You hit 2 p.m. and the brain fog rolls in. Your limbs feel heavy. We usually blame ourselves for this, attributing it to a lack of willpower or a personal failure to stay focused. But the sluggishness is a physical reality. At the microscopic level, your cells are becoming crowded with biological debris, damaged parts, and old misshapen proteins that have no place to go. This waste literally chokes the cell, slowing energy production to a crawl. To maintain itself, the body relies on autophagy. This process uses structures called lysosomes to identify this cellular trash, break it down, and convert it into raw, usable materials. When this process stalls, the trash stays put. That afternoon slump is the physical sensation of your cells drowning in their own unrecycled waste. This raises a logical question. Why doesn't this recycling system simply run at full capacity all the time to keep our energy at its peak? Our biology uses a binary switch system. On one side is mTOR, for growth. On the other is AMPK, for cleaning. They are mutually exclusive. Eating triggers an insulin spike, permanently engaging the growth switch and locking the cleaning system offline. While complete fasting can flip this switch back, most modern high-stress lifestyles make total food deprivation nearly impossible to sustain. This creates a biological stalemate. The act of eating to sustain ourselves actively prevents ourselves from performing the deep cleaning required to stay energetic. Every bite or sip we take carries an information code that our cellular sensors interpret. While some codes trigger growth, others can be used to send very different instructions. Specific compounds found in green tea and black coffee serve as biological workarounds to the standard rules of fasting. These compounds function through a mechanical bypass. They avoid the insulin sensor entirely, allowing a signal to reach the AMPK cleaning switch even while the digestive system is active. This essentially hacks the internal signaling system, providing the benefits of a fasting signal without requiring the body to go without nutrients. Even when the signal to clean is sent, a secondary safety mechanism remains. An enzyme called EP300 acts as a physical barrier that prevents the cleaning process from overactivating and damaging healthy tissue. Overriding this barrier requires a compound called spermidine, which is highly concentrated in pantry staples like wheat germ and oats. Spermidine molecules bind directly to the EP300 enzyme, disabling its ability to hold back the system. With this obstruction dissolved, a flood of cleaning proteins is finally able to move through the cell. True autophagy happens when we choose foods that physically dismantle the chemical barriers holding the recycling process back. The specific fatigue felt in the afternoon is often localized within the mitochondria, the microscopic powerhouses that generate our energy. Cleaning these powerhouses require urolithin A. This compound isn't found in pomegranates themselves. Instead, the gut bacteria must break down the fruit's complex tannins to manufacture it directly for the body. Once produced by the microbiome, urolithin A enters the bloodstream to identify and dismantle exhausted mitochondrial structures. This means our sustained energy levels are actually the result of a chemical manufacturing process we've outsourced to the bacteria in our gut. However, these biological signals are only effective if the cellular highway is clear enough for them to travel. High sugar diets and late snacks cause chronic insulin spikes. On this biological highway, these spikes act like heavy traffic, stalling the system. Stress creates a similar roadblock. Cortisol dumps glucose into the blood, freezing the cleaning process entirely. When cortisol levels remain high, the mTOR growth switch stays locked in the on position, preventing any meaningful cellular repair. Emotional tension and poor meal timing can physically disable your recycling mechanisms, rendering nutritional choices ineffective. These mechanisms demonstrate that the human body possesses an inherent ancestral ability to resolve its own cellular fatigue. By utilizing accessible dietary triggers, such as steel-cut oats, pure black coffee, and fresh pomegranate, and reducing the insulin traffic caused by stress, we can reactivate this internal repair system. Managing a deadline or timing a meal becomes a way to directly engineer your cellular environment. Wellness is not about forcing the body to heal through extreme measures. It is about removing the obstacles and allowing its built-in intelligence to function as intended.
Please do subscribe.